I'm just about to do my summing up and let you know more about what I've been thinking and so forth. And it's just starting to hail. I hadn't expected that at all. I don't know if you can hear it beating down on the, on the canopy roof, but bits are coming. Just bear with me 1 minute. Hi, and thanks for joining me. I went to get another camera so I could film the hail, not wanting to upset the one I'm using. It's actually stopped. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm sorry for that interruption. It is getting terribly cold now, I have to say. So I should crack on, shouldn't I? So earlier on I referred to various different things, and I'll talk to you about it later. I'm not sure if I can remember now what I meant to be talking about. I was going to discuss what I was doing during January. My intention was not to publish anything at all, but as you saw I did publish the winter scenes in Yelvertoft. I was pleased to do that. I think last year I found things rather heavy going. The reason was that I was publishing more than once a week. I think I worked it out that I was publishing something on average every 5 days. And for the way I go about things, that was just too much, because I spend a lot of time on the actual editing. That's not just the video, it is the audio as well. To get the audio as best as I can for you involves a lot of work, but also a lot of my videos I bring in clips that I've taken before and I sort of illustrate what I'm talking with clips. There's a lot of time involved finding those clips and sorting them out and just managing them. I've got so much film now that just managing the film is quite heavy going. And I just felt under pressure, I think, really. I know YouTube, I think, recommend that you publish on the same day each week at the same time, and I can see a lot of merit in that, but it wasn't something that was actually suiting me. I know many of my viewers, they expect to see a video on a Sunday morning, and I think that's been part of the problem. I've felt under pressure. So there are two things that I've found difficult to cope with. One is feeling under pressure. I think my problem is I have a touch of OCD, which means that I have to get on and do things. If someone writes a comment, I have to respond. In my working life, if you ever dealt with me and you wrote to me, you would have got an answer. It's as simple as that. I'm very committed. You know, if someone contacts me, I have to respond. I'm very committed to that. That is my approach. That's the way I do things. And I found that just responding to everyone as fully as I could was very, very time consuming. And for that reason, I've had to sort of rethink what I'm doing. And the publishing every week, I think I've made a rod for my own back the way I was going about things, because I'd go on a cruise and then I'd make a lot of episodes from that cruise and publish them week after week, which is very good. That works very well, I think. And then in midweek I was doing more current things that were happening at that time. Then I'd make a film of them, and that's the way I was sort of approaching it. But the 2 videos a week was just getting too much for me, and I just needed a complete break and a rethink. And it was the viewers actually that came up with the answers, because several of you pointed out that I don't actually decide when you watch a video. That decision is made by you. I can publish on a Wednesday evening, you can choose to watch it on a Sunday morning. It's been hailing whilst I've been talking to you, and it is now getting worse again. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Maybe you can actually see it now. I'll just get my little camera on the go again and do some film. Hang on, turn around. Forgot what I was saying now. Yes, I was saying it was the viewers that decide when they want to watch. It isn't me that makes the decision. I give you the opportunity to watch on a certain day and so forth, and then you decide when you watch. But what I have decided is that publishing every Sunday doesn't work for me. It puts pressure on me, and I don't want any pressure. You've already seen that I have a new lady friend, and obviously we're spending time together. We're not together all of the time because we each have other commitments, but we are spending time together. That does sort of reduce my time, I feel, to do some of the editing in the way that I do it. So going forward, although I have in recent weeks published every Sunday, that's because that's when I normally, or when you've expected me to publish on the Sunday. So I've continued with that. But going forward, I'm going to mix the days up. It could be any day of the week. I mustn't get into a rut where I am publishing on a Sunday. I'm working on various projects. I've got some already completed. There are others, I've got a couple which are nothing whatsoever to do with boating, but which I hope you will find of interest. So they are in the pipeline. I'm just going to go forward. I need to be more laid back about everything. I was when I started. When I first started, I just did something, recorded it and published it. I didn't think about what day of the week it was or when people wanted to watch it or anything like that. The way ahead has to be different than what I was doing last year. That's what's important to me. I don't want to feel pressured. So I'm going to continue what I have been doing, hopefully in the same sort of style, so you won't notice any difference there. But when it comes to answering comments and so forth, I will still definitely be doing that or acknowledging. But I have found that quite time consuming, and I do look forward to reading your comments and your suggestions and so forth, so do keep your comments coming, but sometimes it might just be a thumbs up or a heart or whatever rather than a full reply. But I do appreciate all your comments, so please don't think I don't, but I just do not have the time to respond as fully. So you may have noticed recently that the comments that I give are shortened. The sun is coming out again now. It's quite lovely. I've been giving a lot of thought to my cruising plans for this year. Haven't really come up with a lot of answers, I have to say. But seriously, I do have something in mind that I want to do. It would see me cruising for about 4 weeks, maybe longer. So I would be going some distance. It's fitting it in. It's knowing a good time to do it. I need to see my father again. I'm sort of been thinking about April. May is out because of other commitments, possibly June. For me, there seem to be commitments all the time, mainly to do with family and so forth. So it is difficult, and obviously I'd like Jasmine to come along with me. She wouldn't be able to be with me for all that period of time, but it would certainly be possible for her to join me on the boat and enjoy the new experiences that I would have, and to have someone to share that with would be wonderful. Because I want to go to pastures new, as they say, go somewhere where I've not been, and that does mean going further afield. So I'm going to keep Mum for the moment, but I do have something in mind. Meanwhile, it will just be shorter cruises. I am aware that when I'm on the Leicester line and I stay sort of close to the marina on the summit section, that it can get a bit samey for you. from my point of view, I don't see it that way, because every day is different. Sometimes the sun shines, sometimes it doesn't. Different times of the year, the canals look different depending whether it's winter or summer or autumn or spring. So it's constantly changing, so I never get fed up with it. But as viewers, you might. I don't know. Give me your thoughts on that. But I will be getting out and about cruising. Haven't done any cruising yet this year. It just hasn't been right, hasn't felt right to go out. We've had a lot of ice here in the marina. And it's just been dull and dismal. Just haven't wanted to go, but I am getting the feel now that I must get out there, I must get cruising again. So within a few weeks I will be out cruising again. There are exciting commitments next week and the week after, so you never know what I might be producing next. Anyway, I think that's enough of me talking. This must be a very long video by now. So I'm going to cut it short and say many thanks for watching. I hope you'll support me this year like you have done in recent years. It does mean a great deal to me. Do keep the comments coming. Do keep the comments coming. Don't worry about me not being able to respond to everyone. I do read them and they will all be acknowledged in one way or another. So that's it. It's time for me to say look after yourselves, your friends and families. Take the utmost care. Until next time, bye for now. If you haven't yet done so, please do think about subscribing and clicking the little bell to receive notifications of future videos.